You know, it's been a while, but I want to welcome back Jan Charles, the Thrillbilly
Gourmet.
Gourmet. Wow.
It's Thrillbilly Gourmet.
Can you tell it's Monday?
Yeah.
Thrillbilly Gourmet.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Daytime Kitchen.
Thank you.
We love having you here.
Oh, well, I
but we're
love coming
talking
up
about
here.
one of my favorite snacks or appetizers.
Well,
today.
as Amy said, it's a tater skin. I mean,
It's
you
a tater,
you
not
can call
potato,
it a potato
tater.
skin if you wish,
With an E on the end, if you want.
If you want to.
Here in East Tennessee, tater skin.
It's taters. Yeah. Well, I love these. They're super easy to put together. They take very few ingredients. Basically, the simple technique, like I said a minute ago, even my 12-year-old will do these now because he would live on potatoes if I let him. But if these are wonderful to prep out. You see, I've prepped out before I came.
It's all right here.
So you can get ready for an event ahead of time if you want to, and you take 5 minutes, it throws together, and everybody thinks you're a rock star. So that's one of my win-win go-to recipes.
Oh, we know you're a rock star.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
An author, a
will
rock
take
star,
it.
a great cook. The list just goes on and on.
Oh, well, thanks.
But let's talk about how you prep these potatoes before
Right.
we get them to the skin part.
Okay,
So-
well, this you start with you pick the potato.
Right.
And a lot of people do. I've got great big ones right here. And you can take, I just use a russet, or some people call it
Right.
an Irish potato.
Right.
You can do it with the red or gold. They don't turn out as well. But go for the Irish or russet potato. And now in this case, I use bacon grease because I'm from here, and that's the way things are in East Tennessee.
And you just rub the outside there.
Just rub all, yeah, I didn't do that on camera because then you end up doing this, to go to the sink. Now, if you want to, if using bacon grease is a concern, go ahead and use olive oil. It won't hurt. I tend to stay away from the manufactured oils, such as the canola oils or
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
So, but I will use olive. But this is going to give you a nice,
But bacon
crispy
grease,
outside.
good way to go.
Good way to go. Well, and then this is, now don't use iodized or table salt.
Okay.
You're going to end up with something that's too salty. What you want are these nice big grains that come with kosher salt.
Right.
You can use sea salt if you want to. And all I do there is put a pinch in the middle of my hand and then give it
And
a
then
good
roll
rub
the
down.
potato.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got a 400-degree oven behind us.
Right there.
Right. Pop those in, give it an hour. They're all ready to go.
Okay, very good.
Now, you can do it with a pair of tongs and a dish towel if you want to. If they come out and they're super hot, I find it easier just to let them cool down.
Right.
And then you don't, skin the
Yes.
end of your
you don't
fingers
want
off.
to have blisters on your fingers.
Well,
so.
not that I haven't done that.
I think we all have.
That's how I've learned. I come in here and tell y'all what not to do because I've done it. Whatever it is, I shouldn't have done it at one point. And when you're doing this, what you want to do is simply scoop out the inside.
And see, the great thing here is you got that inside that you can do so many things with.
Use that to make a baked potato soup, which is wonderful. You just throw a little chicken broth, onion, garlic, a little bit of celery, throw that in the blender.
I've also found that you can take those and mash them up, make potato cakes.
You can make potato cakes, and if you want to go find one on my website, you can make boxty, which is an Irish potato cake.
Ooh.
Oh, it's out of this world.
That
It's
sounds
really yummy.
really good.
So when you're scooping out the inside, you want to give yourself, a nice wall to work with, because that's what's going to hold all your good stuff.
Right.
And if for some reason you're worried about the starch content, Amy and I were talking about it a little while ago, take more of it out. Okay. So that just gives you your
Right.
shell.
And it's great that the good thing here
Yes.
is you're leaving that skin on it. Flavors in there, and all the vitamins and minerals that are in a potato are in that skin.
Right. Well, a potato is an excellent source of fiber, which everybody is supposed to be getting more of, but
Right.
it also is really high in magnesium. So you do want to eat the skin. Don't toss the skin.
Oh no, it's good
So,
stuff.
Now, as I'm talking about the nutritional value of why these are so wonderful.
I wanted to get the good news first. Okay, the good news is we've got the skin.
Now
Okay.
you've got the skin. And if these are things that are a concern for you, go ahead and pick a lower fat cheese. I
Right.
don't like low fat products. I will use less of the real thing and get the flavor from that. Or you can use a little less of the bacon or use a turkey bacon. My preference is to find one that doesn't have the nitrites or nitrates in it. So, pick whatever is going to work for whatever your concerns are.
Okay,
Right?
very good.
So back to 400 degrees.
But we're going with your recipe, 400 degrees
400
right here.
degrees, right. So we like, because the potato, it does have a nice little salty crunch on the outside, but because it is a little bit bland and we want to really grab that flavor,
Jump it up, yes.
extra sharp cheddar, I think, is the best way to go.
Okay.
Because you're going to have that rich, buttery tang against the smooth, silky potato and the crunchy on the skin. And like I said, I will use less of the real thing rather than finding a low-fat product.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, bacon.
All right.
One of the few places you can get what I consider to be healthy bacon, which is bacon that's actually cured. I mean, if
Right.
you know somebody or if there's
Right.
a local producer,
Right.
then go with that, right?
Okay.
But if not, I go
Okay.
to Benton's. Do you know them out of Knoxville?
Yes, I've
Okay.
heard of them.
All right, so that's
well, we're
where
going
we
to
go.
let you do the bacon. We're running out of time right here, but we're going to come back and finish these up on the next segment.
That's
And
good.
show you just how beautiful these are. And there is a website right there at the bottom of the screen, thrillbillygourmet.com. Back in the kitchen with Jan Charles, and we are talking tater skins today.
Tater skins. Yeah, you gotta have tater skins.
So we got to the point where we had the cheese and the bacon on there. Take us from there.
Cheese and bacon. Okay, so we cut them open and hollowed them out, and then we put the cheese and bacon, and we threw them back in the oven. And it's only until the cheese melts. You know?
So just a few more minutes.
Just
get
a
them
few
all
more minutes.
crispy.
Now, I was talking earlier, if you want to prep these out ahead of time, you can do that and chill them. In that case, you'd give them a few extra minutes just to get them hot all the way through again. Right. And now your bacon starts to sizzle again, and the cheese is all melted. And you know, people when they say don't gild the lily, I don't like those people. I gild.
You just gild away, baby.
Gild away,
Yes.
put everything on there. So of course this is wonderful, but if you really want to have those, you know, that like restaurant thing that happens
Oh, yeah.
with the potato skin. Okay, so we've got sour cream, and again, I don't do low fat.
I don't, you know, sometimes I think it's, I will do low fat if I'm cooking with it, but if I'm really going to taste it and eat it, I think I agree with you. I like just a little less of it.
Right.
And I go for it.
Right.
Kind of
Well,
like butter versus a substitute.
Exactly. I started reading studies about when they take the fat out, they add back in so much of the sugar and the fillers, especially emulsifiers for dairy products. I'm like, I know what an emulsifier is. That doesn't sound delicious.
Probably not, yeah.
I don't think I want it. So,
And besides potato skins, tater skins.
tater skins.
You've been writing a lot here.
I have. Let's see, back in October of last year, I had my first cookbook come out. So
Love it.
Called Happier Holidays,
Very
How
nice.
to Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. And I really,
Which she does so well.
I do. We like that part.
Professional.
Yes. But that was all about how do you really plan for the holidays. So, you know, everybody has this big buildup in their head.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a perfect Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then the dog snatches the turkey off the table. So, you know, this is how to relax and really get through it and get it done correctly. So you're not spending $1 million and you actually have fun at your own party.
Isn't that nice?
It
It's
is
a great
nice.
concept.
It is nice.
Low
And
pressure.
now you've got a hard copy.
I
even.
do. I know. This is the hard copy, which
Right
is
here?
from my kitchen table, which is where it's sitting at the moment.
beautiful.
Because I didn't
So
get
pretty.
it up here.
That looked like my library books from school.
Well, I did. Both of them, both the cookbooks, because the second one is ground beef. So, you know, I do everything on a budget, and we like to cook from scratch. So how do you do that and really stretch this wonderful ingredient and make it last and make it delicious? So that's the second. So we've got Happier Holidays and the ground beef recipes. Both of them are available as Kindle downloads, but both of them are also now available from the Amazon store
All
as
right.
hard physical copies.
Yes.
So
Of your
they're
book.
there.
You can actually hold a book.
You can hold a book. Yes. Yes.
So we're dressing our tater skin, which
Dressing
you
our
and I
tater
were
skins.
talking earlier. They say that if you want the potato, the best part is the skin,
Is the
and
skin.
less of the inside
Right.
is better.
Well, and you were mentioning how much starch there is in the flesh itself.
Right.
Which, yes, there is. So now I have no problem. That's a big
You're still getting
potato
quite
skin.
a bit of potato, and you're eating potatoes. Those are bigger sized potatoes than
Right.
you know, portion size.
Well, and actually, when I cook at home, can they see that? When I cook at home for the children, I do smaller. There we go. I do smaller ones, just even to the point where they're these little bitty guys
Yeah.
for my youngest kids.
Right.
Now this is a Ricky and Chase and Brent size.
yeah, the older kids.
Yeah, these are my college freshmen.
Yeah.
This is what we give to them. Or if I were doing a party, I would probably go halfway in the middle. You want to eat a little appetizer because that will fill you up
It's so
in
good.
a heartbeat. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but they taste really good.
All right, well, she's got all kinds of videos, great information, more on her books. Everything can be found at thrillbillygourmet.com.
That's
It's a
right.
great website. We're going to come back and bite in. coming up.
yeah.
Do a little
But
taste.
first, we've got more on the Tri-Cities Heart Walk coming up this Sunday. We're going to tell you all about it in a minute.